Hi YouTube, and welcome to my channel, So Fast Die Young. It's a new channel, so new adventures. Lots of new adventures lately with all of the crazy things going on. So I thought I would take the time to figure out how to share my sewing journeys with people. This is definitely going to be very kind of quick and dirty videos for a while until I get a few more things figured out. But I hope that you enjoy the content that I'm going to put out here. So right now I'm going to start with chronicling a costume I want to make. So I do this, I've had this idea for doing like a traditional German dirndl Little Red Riding Hood for a while. And a while back I bought this lovely Berta pattern. And I'm going to make it. So, because I am out of work. And I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna post about it, I'm gonna post about my journey. Now, I am a plus size. My measurements are around 44 bust, 39 waist, 50 hip. Okay. So not only am I plus size, I also am a little bit awkwardly sized. I can't just, you know, go straight into standard patterns. And actually, because of the way that pattern sizes run, I have to do a lot of cross-checking and whatnot to make sure that whatever size I'm going to try to work with is going to be pretty close. So I thought for this first video we'd talk about unpacking this pattern and kind of figuring out what I need to do with it for me. We're joined by my lovely Uniquely You dummy, which is a really cool, it's not easy to do, but it's a really cool way to have a dummy that's yourself without doing the whole duct tape thing. It's this company that makes them, and like you order the foam and this fabric covering, and then you fit it to yourself. I particularly love it. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this pattern. So the largest size I was able to get in the commercial pattern out of Joann's locally was the 46 US 20, which according to their measurement charts is not me. I probably technically need, according to their measurement chart, I think I need like it was something like a 54. But, you know, sometimes patterns are not, but sometimes patterns add lots of ease and other things. So I almost never trust what it says on the actual envelope. I have a tendency to look at some certain things on the patterns. So what are those things that I look at? First thing I do when I open a pattern and decide to cut it is I find, and there's usually one around the bust, there's usually one at the waist, and there's usually one at the hips. This is the theoretical finished measurements. Let's move you forward so you can see. And this is going to be backwards. Oh, that's great. I didn't even think about that. All right, hold on. Let me flip this camera. No, I can't flip the camera, can I? Like I said, this is going to be... So anyways, on the pattern, sorry, like I said, this is very, very experimental, like first go around, so I'm sorry. On the pattern, there will be a lovely little place, and it says size 20, the finished bust measurement is 42.5, which is about 2 inches too small for me. This one did not have any waist measurements anywhere, so I had to go in and figure out where the seam allowance would be, take measurements. This one says the finished waist measurement is only a 34, which is definitely too small. I like usually run when I'm making something that sits at my waist, I usually like it to be around 38, 39 when I'm sewing. And this, I want this to be tight. I'm actually going to make this like with faux couture, and it's going to be like all in the top, at least. It's going to be very like heavy duty dirndl, and hopefully give some support and shaping. So so the other thing that I like to do is I like to try to pin a pattern on to my dress form to see how it's gonna fit. So I'll find my center zipper is a little bit off for some reason. I'll find the back, center it all up, figure out where everything is going to end up falling, overlap my seam allowance so that it lines up. Definitely isn't perfect, you know, because like this, I've got a lot of, well, and this is, you know, this is sometimes what's interesting is right here, I have a lot of overlap in my seam allowance for some unknown reason, and my center back, or my side back seam. And then, you know, this just barely meets here. This, you know what, I didn't do this right. So you can put it right where it should fit. And then use your other little markings to see where stuff is gonna fall. So, you can also see when I cut my patterns, I don't cut any of the grading lines out. I will end up tracing this after I sort of figure out. That way I still have all of the patterns for the future. But yeah, you can see this kind of really just on the side only just meets. So I'm gonna have to do some figuring out of where I'm gonna expand this. I am planning to start with a mock-up, but it's actually not too bad. Like, I'm gonna need to add a little bit in here. I actually think I like where this corner here is hitting better, so I might actually slightly adjust this pattern so that it comes in, kind of create a slightly different line. Might make some adjustments through the front and back, and then I'm going to definitely need to see how this bit here is gonna fit on my back, because I have kind of narrowish shoulders, so sometimes when patterns get graded up I have problems with the shoulders being too big, and then I also have kind of like a wide back up here but then a small back down here, so that also kind of makes some interesting things occasionally. I have to move a lot of darts around in my life, and then my bust waist ratio is kind of on the small side, so again we're looking at moving some things to adjust that. So, but this is just, I thought I'd just go over how I am going to start this today, and how we can sort of figure out what steps need to be taken for my next step, which is completely altering this pattern to make it fit me and my measurements. So I'll try to do a video for that sometime this week as I'm working through all of this, trying to remember to record all of it. That's the hard part here. Yeah, so this is going to be rambly videos with my journey through making my Little Red Riding Hood costume. I've got a bunch of fabric coming. I already have some here. I have a lovely velvet that I picked up and a lovely striped fabric. So we're going to have, let's talk about my lovely picture. See, it's going to have a velvet cape, a lovely striped dress, and then I've got some border fabric that I'm going to use in the center here and as trim coming. That's black with like vines and stuff. And then this is going to be like a white voile or like light linen. Yeah, I'm waiting to see. I ordered 2 things that are coming in, and hopefully one of them works. Hopefully neither of them are too sheer or too fragile. Yeah, we'll see. So anyways, stay tuned for more information and more ramblings from me, and like I said, I'm sure the videos will get a little more streamlined and hopefully once I learn how to use some video editing software, I'll be able to do some fun intercuts and whatnot. But yeah, like I just really trying right now to push myself to get something up because I need to be motivated. I need to have forward momentum in this time of everyone being stuck in the house. So thank you all for tuning in and listening to me ramble, and I hope to see you soon.